Hey y'all, hey, I'm Ashley and this is For Dizzy Birds. And it's Saturday and that means it's time to make some progress towards our weekly savings challenges. We've got several that are close and some that have a long way to go. I don't know if we'll get any finished, but since it is the last day of November, it is our last chance to finish up any challenges to go towards our November allocation. And we've got Christmas shopping to do. So will we finish any? You'll just have to hang around to find out. Hey y'all, happy Saturday. I hope you guys had a fantastic week and a wonderful holiday. I definitely did. We had a small family gathering for Thanksgiving, and I cooked, and it was very nice and relaxing. And I really enjoyed a couple of days to just kind of hang around the house, read books, and enjoy the fireplace. It's finally gotten chilly here. Um, so I hope you guys had a nice holiday as well. So today is the last day of November. I'm filming this on Saturday. I hope to have it up today as well. And that means that whatever we save today, whatever we complete today, will go towards our November saved sync. So we're going to try to make some progress on several of our current challenges, and I'm hoping to wrap some up because I've got a couple of Christmas gifts that I need to go ahead and get ordered. We are down to the wire, typical Ashley, down to the wire with the shopping for Christmas. But hey, at least we've got some savings going. So today's video will be like last week's weekly video. We're going to work on our North Pole challenge here in just a bit, so I'll put that back. We're going to get into our Christmas challenges, our red binder, so that will be after these other two binders. And we will also hopefully wrap up our Autumn Vibes binder. But before we do any of that, we have to take care of business. As always, we have our emergency fund. I'm going to grab the $30 that I have set aside for that. Now, I could have put a little more towards this week, just because it's the first of the month and I have my monthly paycheck coming in. But with Christmas and that kind of being priority and making sure that we have what we need for Christmas gifts and the holiday expenses, I'm going to go ahead and just stick to 30 for now. We will decide when we do our November allocation if we want to put any extra towards it. Our goal for November was 650, and I believe we were at 645 as of last week. So we'll count this after we're done coloring in, just to see for sure where we are. But I think we are definitely going to meet our November goal. So, yay us. So we're going to color in two of our little friends here. Each one is $15, so for a total of 30, which is our minimum for emergency fund every week. So yeah, hope you all had a great holiday. If you cooked, I hope it wasn't too tiring. I always enjoy cooking, but it is always still very tiring. The food is always so good and it's worth it, but at the end of the day, you're like, wow, my feet hurt, my back hurt. Just want to kind of stare at the fireplace. And I did. After everybody left, I went and got one of my books that I was reading and sat down on the couch and read by the fireplace. So that was nice. No complaints here. It's been a good holiday. All right, so we do have to get our red binder out to get to our emergency fund envelope, which is right here. We'll pull that out and we'll see how much we have. Like I said, I believe we have hit our goal and surpassed it. So if our goal was 650, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 620, 640, 650, 660, 670, and 675. So we did hit our November goal for that. So that is fantastic. Again, if you guys are interested in this one, this is going to print it's a printable in my shop, my Etsy shop. The letter size. It does come with the option for A6 and A5 dashboard. So I will link my shop down below if you're interested in getting your own little poofy friends. All right, so we'll set that aside for now. Up next, we're going to get into our binders. But before we do that, I need to tell you how much we have to save with this week. So again, not a normal amount. Not a typical amount anyways, mostly because we plan to save extra this month for Christmas. And because it is my monthly paycheck week, I had more to set aside. So what does that mean? It means that I set aside a total of $700 to go towards Christmas and this fall binder, which is really good because I've got a couple of big ticket items that I need to try to get purchased before they sell out for the kiddos and for my hubby. So we will see. One of the things that I had hoped to do this week for sure was to finish out our Cozy Autumn Vibes binder, which comes from GB at Income Babes. It's a digital download. And so if we can get this wrapped up, then we can put this in our November Save to Sync, which will be really nice. We'll see. I don't think we're going to have any problems finishing it out, but we also have a Christmas binder that we're working on, a Christmas box challenge that we're working on that would be nice to finish as well. So we'll see what we can get done. It is a large amount, so feeling pretty good about it. All right, so up first we have our scratcher here with, looks like 1 and 2, so some small numbers there. So for a total of 3, we'll go ahead and just set that aside for just a minute. All right, get my little, try to be a little bit cleaner this week. I'm going to set that aside. Technically finished that one. Up next is these icons. Now we are going to do bonus on each of these. Just, it's a 6, so roll a d6 dice, add the extras. So if we add the extra 6 to this one, that would be 7. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and get my marker. Let's roll again. 4 added to the 2 would be 6. So we'll take that. Let's do one more bonus. 2 added to 3 would be 5. And one more. 2 added to 2 would be 4. Let's take a 5 and put back a 1. All right. So we've finished off this card. Let's see your 5, 10, 15, 20, 22. And just so we can hold on to our 5s, I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these 20s that I have back here. I had a feeling since we had such a large amount that we would have an opportunity to use some bigger bills. So I will put this in here. And we are technically done with this one. So we are off to a good start. For sure. So how are y'all doing on your Christmas shopping? I just bought my first thing online yesterday. So really putting it down to the wire. But we'll get it done. I always do. All right. I'm going to go ahead and roll the dice and see if we get a 1 or a 2. We did get a 1. So if you roll a 1, save an extra 1. So I'm going to color in this and we'll do 2. I'm not going to roll the dice for all of these, but I am going to do a couple of bonuses just to be fair. Okay, so a 5. And then a 2 means I save an extra 2, so we're going to do 4 for this one. We'll take this one back and grab a 5. Let's do one more bonus. 5 is, we don't have any 5s, so let's do a 6. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and add up the rest of these and see how much we owe to this one. We have 6 and 6, so 12. We have no more 5s, but we have 2 4s, so 8. And 2 3s, so 6. Plus 3 2s, So 6 plus 1, total of 33. So a total of $33 to finish out this one. So we're going to go ahead and color in all of these. We did a few bonuses each time we played just to throw a little extra in. I have no idea how much this adds up to, so it will be a fun surprise when we do our counting. And I'm thinking just because of how much we have to do in this video, we'll probably count, if we finish this, we'll probably count it during the November allocation. So $33, grab a 20 and a 10 and a 1, 2, and 3. And just to make sure, let's, all right, so we have 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's another 5, which actually makes this 20. So all in all, we actually ended up putting in 50 today for our roll the dice. Not bad, not bad saving. All right, we did finish Shut the Book last week, so we don't need to do any of that. That means the last bit that we have to finish up for this binder is the Cozy Autumn Vibes Cozy Plans with Friends. So we bring out our little cards here, and we will see what we have in store. Number 9, which is have a bonfire or fire pit night, roast marshmallows, and enjoy the warmth. Love it. And it's going to cost us $6 to do that. We'll cross that off. That sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, and then the next is number 14, journal your gratitude. Ooh, a gratitude journal. Love it. Reflect on the season and the things you're thankful for. Always a good practice. That's also going to cost us $6. And then we're going to do number 12, which is create an autumn playlist, gather soothing, cozy tunes that fit the season. Love it. That's going to cost $3. 1, 2, and 3. And then our last activity is going to be take a scenic autumn walk, enjoy the changing leaves and crisp air. Let's see how much that walk is going to cost us. Well, $6. Maybe we grab a hot cocoa while we're out. That's why it costs $6. All right. So we're done with our cozy plans with friends. Let's organize here and see if we can't condense down. I think we probably can. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then these 4 5s can become a 20. All right. So we're putting a total of 21 into this today. So with that, we have finished the ones that we were currently working on. The question is, do we want to do any of these other scratchers back here? So we had one more scratcher and many more icons. But you know what? We can always save these for other years in the future. I'm not sure. Not sure. Let's see. I think we'll probably just call it good with that. Let's put our money away here so that we can count it and it can be a surprise when we do our November allocation. So we're going to call this done, which is exciting. So it will get to go towards our November allocation. I'm going to put all of this away really quick. And then, even though we're not going to count it yet, I'm going to go ahead and ring the bell for it. So yay for Cozy Autumn Vibes. And you know what that means. We also need to do our ding, ding, ding. When a bell rings, we're going to save $1 for each time we complete a challenge. This comes from Donna Powered by Creativity, and we are saving an extra $1 for every challenge from now until the end of the year. So we're going to have a little extra save there. So that's great. All right, so we're going to put this away. The suspense is killing me, but we're going to put this away until we do our November allocation video. Up next, we're going to get out our North Pole box, which is another box challenge. It comes from A for Alicia. We have some cards left to go, but not many. So let's see if we can get this one wrapped up. I wasn't sure if we'd be able to, but it's looking pretty good for us. Let's see. All right, so we have just a few cards left. I'm going to shuffle a little bit because I don't know, it just seems like a good idea. And then scooch that up there. Let's see what it wants us to. Okay, so we're going to start off by playing Roll and Save. And I think this is our first, nope, only our second time playing it. So we're going to play it a few times. All right, so number 5, which is here, means I can choose 6, 9, and 5. I'm going to go ahead and do 9. I like to do the bigger ones first, get them out of the way. All right, let's go ahead and keep playing for a little bit. 2, there's an 8. All right. 1, there's a 6. Again, 2, there's a 5. Do one more. 1 for another 5. All right. We're going to put this back in the stack because we're not done playing this game and I want to make sure we get an opportunity to mark off as many as possible. All right, so we'll set that aside. Let's see if we can condense down here. We sure can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Let's put that back for $30 right here. So 31 going in. Was that correct? Let's make sure I didn't mess up. Okay, so we did a 9 plus an 8 plus a 5 plus a 6 plus a 5 is 33. Somehow we messed up. Let me check again. 5 plus 6 plus 5 plus 8 plus 9. 33. So I should have 33 and I somehow put back a couple dollars. So we're going to make sure that we are on the up and up there. All right, 33. Okay, let's see what the next card is. We're headed to the reindeer farm, which is... Where are you, reindeer? There you are. Okay, and you are a $10 family of reindeer. So we will take that and put that there. Okay, we're done with that card. Toy Factory. $5 card, and we'll be finishing out this card. Fantastic. All right. Now we're headed to have some fun in the snow, and we will be finishing out this card. Oh, it's looking good for finishing out. Maybe we can finish off this one for November too, y'all. Okay, back to the reindeer farm. I think that's the last page, and we are finishing out this card with $10. That's exciting. Okay, back to roll and save. Let's play a few more rounds of that. It's a 2. We're going to finish out row 2 for $2. 1 and 2. We got a 2. We've already finished out 2. Let's go ahead and do another one. We haven't got any 3s, so let's do a 9. Take a 10 and put a 1 back. All right, 3. $5. 1 is finishing out that one for $4. Let's take a 5 and put a 1 back. All right. We already finished that one, so let's do $8 down here for 6. All right. I think there's another roll and save, so we're going to call that good for now. All right, let's see what we got going. We can put this back and grab another 20. All right. The 26th for that round. Okay, back to the cards. We are headed to the Christmas tree. Christmas tree. All right, we need the $10 candy canes. This is exciting. I love these box challenges. They're just fun for me. I don't know. I know they're okay. Back to roll and save, but I just love doing them, and they just seem to save so much. All right, this will be the last time we play. We're gonna roll this until we've got all of them. We already finished 2, so let's do $5 here for this adorable sweater. $6, those $5 boots. All right, kind of silly to keep rolling, isn't it? It is. Let's do this $5 sweater. Let's do this $5 scarf. Let's do this $6 scarf. Missed that one. All right, and then let's do 2 and 1 for $3. And we will be finishing off the roll and save. So we are down to our last few cards, y'all. That's exciting. We see how much we got here, because I'm sure we can condense down. All right, so 4 5s into 20, so 35 and 39. All right, so we're done with that one. We're down to the last 2 cards, it looks like. We're headed to the Christmas tree once more to finish off for this $5 bauble. And that is done. And another roll and save. No, we already finished that. Okay, so let's double check, make sure we didn't miss any of the icons. This one is complete. This one is complete. Toy Factory is complete. Our Husky Sleigh is complete. Our Snow Fun and Reindeer and Roll and Save are all complete. We finished another challenge. I wasn't sure we were going to do that, but we still, wow, we still have quite a bit to go. And we did a really good job of wrapping up the North Pole box, which is great because I have some really fun challenges waiting in the wings that I wanted to get started on. And like I said, it'll be nice to add this to the November allocation since we need to get our Christmas shopping going. All right. I'm going to put all this away because just like the Autumn box or the Autumn Vibes box challenge, I am going to wait to count this. So, suspense is killing us, I know, but let's go ahead and move on. All right, so that leaves just our challenges here in our Christmas binder, our red Christmas binder. And if we have the money, I'm going to maybe start a new challenge that's been waiting over here for us. So let's see what we got going. All right, we have our freebie here from Budgeting Introvert, which is a scratcher. Let's just see what we got. I'm going to say this one is a 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this one over here, which is a 3. 2. The 4 and 3 means I should have 7, so I can take 2 and a 5. All right, we're doing all right so far. Got another 5. Take a 10, put this 5 back. All right. Ooh, an 8. Let's take these 2 and grab a 10. Take these 2 10s, grab a 20. And we only have 1 left, so we can't leave 1 hanging. All right. Is that a 7 or a 1? I believe it's a 7. All right, 5, 6, 7. Let's vacuum up our mess. All right, and that means we are done with this challenge. Let's see, first of all, whether we can condense some of this down, make it a little easier to count, which we absolutely can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We needed some ones, so that'll help. All right. 2 10s going to 20. All right. And then 5 more ones becomes a 5. This 5 becomes a 10. All right. If we did this correctly, this one is supposed to save us 75, 20, 40, 60, 70, and 5. So we did that correct. And we finished a Christmas challenge to go towards November. So let's ring that bell. Woo! Get our ding, ding, ding. We are on a roll. On a roll. Oh, you know what? Just realized I didn't ring the bell for our North Pole challenge. All right, and that means we need to add $1 to that as well. Don't want to cheat us out of our dollars. Okay, so this one we'll set aside for just a second. Let's see what else we can get done. We're still doing very good on money. So might just get some more finished. I don't know. We'll have to see. All right, so this one is one of mine from my shop. Ho ho, what a year. Let's see what the dice wants us to do. 1. All right, so we will do a 5. Okay. And 1 again. Let's do this one. Woo! 10. There it was. There it was hiding. Okay. 2, 1, 2. And a 9. We're just knocking them out. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right. Now let's do one more. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. How about a 4? Let's put this back and grab a 5. All right. So that leaves 4 left to scratch. We could come back to it if we want to, but let's stop there for now. So I'm going to take these 2 5s and this 10 and grab another 20. And let's see what we have so far in this challenge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Normally I would keep these less condensed as we approach our November allocation, but because most of what we're going to be saving this month is going towards Christmas, there's not a whole lot of need to do that. I'm not going to be splitting them up over different, a lot of different accounts. We're going to just be taking the majority of it and putting it towards Christmas. Of course, is already in my account, so. All right, so far in Ho Ho What a Year, we have 20, 40, and 1 out of 75. So we still got a little ways to go on that one. It will still be here, unless we decide to come back to it. All right, up next, Christmas on My Mind, which comes, was a freebie from Snow Gardener 307. Let's see which one we're going to roll. Number 1, which is an 8. All right, Marlene starting us out with an 8. 6, 7, and 8. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How about a 4? Let's take a 1 back and grab a 5. All right. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 13. Woo! That was spicy. That was spicy. 1, 2, and 3. Let's do one more. We'll leave 4 on there. 1, 2. All right, 7. These are some spicy numbers, but you know, it's $100, so I guess we kind of expected that. I guess. All right. For now, let's call that good. We might come back around for another turn, but for now, we're going to leave it at that. We're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, which makes 20. So we'll grab one more 20. 20, 32. 32 going in today, adding 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We always need one, so it's a good idea to hold on to those when you can. All right. So far for Christmas on my mind, 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 61. 61 out of 100. Those don't want to clean up as well. All right. Up next, we have one of mine I created in the very beginning. Let's get lit. Our little lights here are $10 per light. And since we have quite a bit, let's go ahead and let's do 100 on this one. Because otherwise, we are not going to get through this one fast enough. All right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to put a whole $100 towards this one. This is a bigger save, and I've got 250s here that I can put in there. So let's see how much we have so far. We have 100, 10, 20, and 30. 130. That's going to be a really good save when we're done with that one. All right. Put this aside. Moving on to another freebie from Windmill Ridge. We've got Penguin Party. Okie dokie. Let's see. We have quite a few scratchers on this one. But we're going to number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right here in the middle. Which is $1. Right, let's go again. 3. 1, 2, 3. Is another $1. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $1. All right, penguins, you're going easy on us. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $5. There's a spicy one. I knew there had to be one in there. 1, 2. 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be 4. Let's take a 1 back and grab a 5. 3. 1, 2, 3. Forgot where I was. Doesn't matter. My rules. All right, so we've got another 5. Take this. And a 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, another 5. All right. Penguins are getting spicy now. What do we think? We don't have very many more in this binder. Let's go ahead and do another one. 1 here in the corner. How about another 5? Spicy penguins. All right. That's going to leave 5 scratchers on this one, making a mess of all these. 5 scratchers on this one. Let me think on this. I do have other Christmas challenges, 5, 10, 15, and 20, that I definitely want to get to. I just don't know. 3, 4, and 5. Take this 5 and grab a 10. So we saved an additional 30 today. I'm feeling like finishing some more challenges. Let's just go ahead and scratch the rest of these off and see if we can wrap this one up. All right, so 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8, plus 3 is 11, plus 4 is 15. So that worked out to be a nice even number, and we finished our challenge. So let's see if we did this right, because it says we saved 65 with this one. 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, and 65. All right, 65 it is. All right, making a mess. Let's vacuum this up. I know, those of you who are bothered by the scratcher not being scratched off all the way, I am also one of those. But also trying to get through this video because we had so much to do. All right, $65, another finished challenge. Ringing the bell. Let's get our ding, ding, ding and our dollar, and in we go. All right, so we now have 2 finished challenges from this binder so far. And that is going to leave this one, which is a freebie. It's a roll and save from Buttercup Budgets. Let's see how far we can get with this one. 1. Well, that's easy. 6. So a total of 7 so far. 4. So that's 11. And 5. 16. $16 going to Buttercup Budgets to wrap up this one. So we have a 3rd finished challenge. All right. Well, I wasn't planning on finishing this many challenges in this book, but I guess with as much as we have, it makes sense. Let's see here how much we saved. 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. So an even $30 for Buttercup Budgets and another completed challenge. All right, let's get our paper clip and ring our bell. Woo! Get our ding, ding, ding. Where is she? There she is. And another dollar going in. That's getting thick again, y'all. And if you remember, we've already condensed it down once. Okay, so we have another completed challenge to be added to our stack here. And now we have a decision to make. We still have quite a bit of funds. And like I said, I do have other challenges that I want to start in December. So why don't we, even though this wasn't really planned, let's go ahead and see how much we can finish out in this binder. All right, let's scratch off the rest of these. We got a 7, a 10, so 17. Whew, this is becoming expensive. 17 plus 6 makes 23. Plus 11. Woo! Wow. Okay, so that's going to be 34. 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hopefully I did the math correct on that, but we'll know here in just a second because this challenge's total saved is 75. So if we have 75 in our envelope, we'll know we did it right. And we completed another challenge. All right. See what we've got here. $20, $40, $50, $60, $70, $71, $72, $3, $4, and $5. $75 for what a year. And wow, has it been. for real. $75, another completed challenge. Let's do our $1 here and our ding, ding, ding. Awesome. We are just on a roll, y'all. That was, I guess if I thought about it hard enough, thinking about how much we had to save, I could have figured that out, but I wasn't really thinking that we would get this. I thought we might finish the box challenges, but this is kind of a surprise for me. All right, so we have 4 more for Christmas on my mind. Starting off with a whopping 10 and 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15. Woo, Marlene. All right, and last but not least is 6. All right, so if we did this one correctly, we've completed another $100 challenge. And let's see what we got. Need some more 20s. I think I'm going to trade these in for some 20s from my pop dollars just to make it a little bit easier. Ooh, Christmas tree cakes are my favorite. All right, this will make it just a little bit easier to count, but if we did this right, we should have 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, and 100. $100 for Marlene's Christmas on my mind. And y'all know what that means. Woo! We're just on fire today. In a good way. In a good way. In a good way. All right. All right, another completed challenge. So really, I'm going to have to refill this binder because our last one is this one. Now, I don't know if we have enough to finish this one. So we are doing $10 a bulb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's $50 right there. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. All right. So that would take care of this. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, are we going to get it done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, y'all. 6. Did we get enough? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. $110. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, and 10. Wow. We did. We finished. Let's get lit. Wow. Okay, let me color these in really quick. Sorry, I had one of those moments where I'm just like, I gotta color it in right. But come on, it doesn't matter that much. I really, really did not expect to color or to finish all of these challenges in this binder. But I'm not going to complain. Sad. We knew we had a little bit more this week. And we need it. We need it. We need it. We need it. Wow. Pretty lights. And then we're going to get to find out how much this one saved us. Y'all like multicolored lights? I am not a fan, honestly. I would be clear lights all the way. But you guys know it's kind of like a divided topic, but clear lights all the way for me. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have $100 over here that I can use. And 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And another couple of 20s. Oh my gosh, look at this cute penguin and these gingerbreads. Love them. All right, so for Let's Get Lit, we saved 150, 220, and 240. Wow, that is a big time save. Big time. $240 for our last challenge in the book. Wow. All right, ringing that bell. One more dollar. Going in. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, wasn't expecting that. But we finished out the challenges. Now I'll have to decide before next week if we are going to put more challenges in that binder or if we're going to move on to a different binder. I do have a couple of other options, and we also need to figure out what we're going to do with the rest of our money here. So I've got a couple of options there. I have this binder here and another Christmas savings book that I got. This one comes from Rock's Budgets, and I printed it and bound it myself. So it says that it saves 1,000 plus. So I think that's because some of these are roll and saves and you don't really know. It might be nice to go ahead and get started on that this week. A little head start. I was going to start it next week. And then I also have some games ready to go. Couple of different ones. So we got options with the extra money. We got options. But before we do that, let's go ahead and wrap up here what we have saved from our red book. We've got Christmas on My Mind, What a Year, our roll and save from Buttercup Budgets, Penguin Party from Windmill Ridge, Budgeting Introverts, Christmas Cookies, and then Let's Get Lit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 completed challenges for our weekly challenge binders. Not to mention, we also finished Autumn Vibes and our Christmas North Pole box. Wow, that thing is getting so thick it's hard to even close. We will be counting this in a very soon upcoming video, and also the 2 box challenges that we completed. So you'll have to be looking for that because I'm very excited to see how much we saved for our Christmas shopping. All right, so with that, we need to make a decision. What are we going to do? I think I've been waiting very impatiently to get started on this book that I bound together. I would very much like to get started on that with the extra money that we have here. So let's see. We have a couple of options. So this is what came inside. It was a digital download. I printed it, I laminated the front and the back, and I bound it myself. Yeah, I know I'm a nerd. But you can print this out from her shop and put it together however you want. You can use those disc binders or just put it in regular binder or just do 1 page at a time, whatever floats your boat. Now let's see, let's go ahead and just do 1 page at a time. So each gift can either be a roll and save, or you can give it a denomination. Let's do a roll and save though. I think that makes the most sense. So 2, 2, 6. All right. So that's a total of $10 right there. So that's the roll and save gift page. Then this one, oh, this is a fun little game board. So I don't know. Let's get our little guy here, our little bird. Let's start here with the gingerbread man. Now if we roll the dice, we'll put it right there on a 5. All right, we will cross that one off. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 7. Wow, this one's going to get us 5, 6, and 7. We will stop there. Put a little dot so we know that's where we stopped. Okay. One thing I need to do before I go too far is I need to remember that I created a little book to hold the money for this. Each one of the games. There it is. Here it is. So again, found it and made little envelopes. So what we got on our first one, we got a 6, a total of 10. So we're going to put that here in this envelope. That way we can complete a challenge. When it's completed, we can just pull that money and go ahead and put it towards the allocation. All right. Well, let's turn it around so we can see the money. That's always nice, huh? Okay, so that means for Gingerbread Delights, the rest of this goes to that. And so far, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and $15 in Gingerbread Delights. Oh, turn it around. All right. Okay, so we have still a good amount of ones left. Let's see what we can do on Christmas Roll and Save. So I think we do, let's switch out our dice. We'll do red on top, green on the side. Ooh, 1 and 1. So that's right there at $3. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Let's roll again. 2 and 2. Okay, so that's also $3. 1, 2, and 3. 6. What did I say? Green on top, red on bottom, or on the side? No, red on top, green on the side. That's 5. All right, let's hope we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not trying to get an IOU. All right, and for that reason, we're going to find a 4 on here and cross it off. Because I'm a cheater. A dirty, dirty cheater. No, I'm not. I don't like IOUs. Because I tend to forget them and they make things messy. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So that's 15 exactly. I'm going to put these ones back and grab us a 10 and a 5, just because these envelopes are not very thick and I don't want to break them. All right, so I wasn't expecting to get started on this, but you guys got a sneak peek at what December has in store. We're going to be working hard on this Christmas savings book. Now, I can't say that I'm going to spend all of this money on Christmas, but it's Christmas themed for December. So we know we'll have a fun way to save that's with the Christmas spirit. And then we will decide what we're going to do with that money when we are at the end of December, if we can get it all saved by then. So we did get started on the Christmas savings book again from Rock's Budgets. I'll link it down below, and we will see that again starting next week. And you did get a peek at what the other thing we're going to be doing. I've got several games, dice games, ready to go. And one of our card games from Our Beautiful Budgets. And that is something else we're going to start next week. So we got lots of Christmas fun in store. Okay, this has been a really long video, y'all. I'm sorry. I hope you enjoyed it, at least getting to see us finish so many challenges. I wasn't expecting it to be this long. I wasn't expecting to finish as many as we did, but I'm very grateful. With that, I would say be looking for the November allocation video when we add all this up and figure out how much we have saved for Christmas. And until then, y'all hang in there. Bye!